Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we're officially commencing List Week 2018. So over the next week or so, I will be dropping some videos, and I will be summarizing my picks for the best and worst music of 2018. These will include best and worst songs, best and worst albums, and because I am Canadian, a very special countdown for my favorite Canadian album releases. So if any of these videos interest you, be sure to subscribe and stick around because this video I will be talking about my top 10 picks for the hit singles of 2018. Most importantly, this list is just my opinion, so there's no need to be throwing a temper tantrum. I'd love to hear about some of your favorite music of 2018, so sound off down below in the comments. Now for this list, in order to be considered a hit single, I had two requirements. The first one being that the song had to have been released in 2018, and the second requirement, the far more important one, the fact that the song had to have charted on the American Billboard Top 100 for at least 3 weeks. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to have kept tabs on the Canadian charts, but the stats were much harder to track down, and I feel as though the American charts are a far better indication of success to begin with. Of course, this can vary with what's popping in the industry across the pond in Europe, but in order to have the North American perspective, I feel like those charts were the best to trust in this case. So without further delay, we're going to kick off the countdown with some honorable mentions. Call Out My Name by The Weeknd. Natural by Imagine Dragons, one of the best songs that they've released in the past couple of years if you can just get past the screaming and the vocal performance. Apeshit by The Carters, a trap song that could be seen as a little generic to some, but I think it's an absolute bop. Never Be the Same by Camila Cabello, Talk to Me by Tory Lanez, One Kiss by Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa, and Sad by XXXTentacion. Now onto the actual list. At number 10, I have placed Justin Timberlake's Say Something. Yeah, Man of the Woods was an agreeably lackluster album to say the least, but despite the flop on the project overall, Chris Stapleton and JT teamed up for one of the most different sounding singles of the year. And when I say different, I mean that it's an odd song for some because of the country and trap blend. But arguably, I think it's one of the more infectiously catchy songs for its melody, and it has undertones of poetical lyrical content, and either way, the song can just be enjoyed for its catchiness, but it also has that deeper substance for the fans seeking out that political context of the artist. Something that is always praiseworthy for the folk genre without being overtly apparent about it. Number 9 on my list goes to Happier by Marshmello and Bastille. This was a weird song for 2018. I didn't think I would actually enjoy a collaboration between these two artists, knowing that I wasn't a big fan of their recent work individually. But they blew me away with one of the most fun songs to sing along to. Not only is the vocal performance on Happier leaps and bounds better than Marshmello's collaboration with Anne-Marie, the beat is much more invigorating, it's full of life, and it's just an all-around easy to listen to song on the radio. Number 8 belongs to Post Malone. He did have a lot of songs on the charts this year, and I am really happy for him because he's one of those artists that had a lot of potential on a debut record, but matured and developed stronger songwriting skills for his sophomore release. And in 2018, Post dropped Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and it really took me by surprise for not only its versatility, but also its vulnerability. And the single that lands him on this list here is Better Now, a song that is really confused about its genre in a very captivating way. Between the lo-fi chugging guitar, the peppy trap beat, and the charismatic vocal performance, everything is just a step in the right direction for Post, and this track is very deserving to be on this list at number 8. At number 7, we have another artist that I'm really proud of for making a big return this year. This is Lil Wayne, and he's coming off some legal issues with his record label Young Money Records. And his song Uproar is a banger through and through, from the biting flow of Wayne, but also the tight production provided by Swizz Beatz. Don't let this one slip through your radar, it's commendable for sure. At number 6, we have more Post Malone, except this time round he is featured on this song. This track is called
Jackie Chan,
and I still haven't learned how to pronounce the artist that made this song. But who cares, they're getting all the recognition that they deserve because this song is just amazing. There's no surprise that this is on my list here, from the appealing strumming guitar to the effective beat drop that is kept to a minimum. Thank you, the last thing that we needed for this song was to repeat everything into oblivion. And as much as it's still very repetitive, I feel like there's enough going for this track that it's aged well since its release in the summer, and here's to hoping that it stays relevant in 2019. At number 5, we have the latest release of the year that has landed on my list here, barely reaching my 3-week minimum chart requirement, which I actually set to this just to get it on the list. This one is from Mark Ronson and Miley Cyrus. It's called Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, a song that absolutely won me over from its first listen. And I'm glad that there's a lot of praise for this track too. Granted, the artist would have garnered attention and positive reception no matter what, especially from the Miley fan base. And although it probably won't do as well as Uptown Funk, I'm just glad to be giving it the stamp of approval for if and when it does become a massive hit in 2019. Number 4 belongs to Ms. Ariana Grande, and you couldn't really complete this list without having her on it, could you? The single that stood out in my eyes for 2018 was No Tears Left to Cry. And yes, I know that a lot of fans will be disappointed with that because they probably think Thank You Next is the far superior tune. And yeah, I did enjoy that one upon first listen, more so than I did No Tears Left to Cry. I really can't believe that I didn't enjoy it at first. But No Tears Left to Cry warmed up to me more than any other song on this countdown. I think it just took me a while to get past the diva attitude that is displayed on No Tears Left to Cry. I mean, I was really used to the sensual delivery from Ariana, especially on her last record, Dangerous Woman. So this one really just took me by surprise, but it's really silky smooth from its Swedish production to the empowering vocals, of course. At number 3, we have Travis Scott's Sicko Mode, and it makes sense, right? I am white after all. I mean, I do also like Sheck Wes's Mo Bamba, but Sicko Mode is deserving of this spot just because of its experimental form, switching between the slow and dense beat to a more upbeat verse led by Drake. As much as the half a Zan line will forever make me cringe, this song landed with a big punch this year, and it's even more impressive because of the amount of writers contributing to it. Seriously, imagine trying to fit all of these songwriters into one room to write this song. My number 2 spot is a release from April, and it immediately caught my attention as a big improvement from God's Plan. Like, I don't remember the last time that Drake sounded this energetic on a pop track. Nice for What is a serious jam from the Lauryn Hill sample to the bouncy production. Way better than In My Feelings, as much as this one didn't really have a dance move along with its music video. And at number 1, it's a fairly well-deserved pick. I don't think many people will argue with me on this one. It's Childish Gambino's This Is America. And I could go on and on about the biting social commentary, but I feel like most other critics have already talked about that enough. Don't get me wrong, the commentary is there. I'm just going to take a bit of a different look at it. Childish Gambino's This Is America is soulful, it's dark, it's heavy, it's something that suits the trap style of 2018, but I feel like it pushes the genre to a whole new level. And this song is easily a career-defining moment for Donald Glover, and with his most recent contribution to the 21 Savage record, I think it's safe to say that he's going to go out with a big bang on his own project. Of course, Donald has stated that his next record will be his last as Childish Gambino, and I'm just glad to have been around for this ride because it's been a great one. I've been a fan since he was on the show Community, and I got to see him put out that record Camp, as well as all his other ones, but yeah, he's just always held a soft spot in my heart. I can easily say that Donald Glover is not only one of the most influential, but one of the most defining artists of the 2010s. And he's definitely defending his claim here with my top pick for the best hit single of 2018. So that's that. 2018 was a pretty good year for popular music, I feel. Yeah, just in years past, I don't think I would have enjoyed as many picks I would make in my top 10. But I'm just glad to be giving this stamp of approval for 2018 as being a pretty decent year. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Agree or disagree, I'm here to engage with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. My name is Ryan from True North Reviews, and as always, have a rockin' day.